I'm in Bath and we're going to go and photograph Bath at night. Hello, welcome back. This is another episode of my photography style series, and the whole point of this series is to look at different types of photography and what we can then learn from them and then apply to whatever photography it is we like to do on a regular basis. So my previous two videos in this series have been self-portraits and still life. Learned a lot from both of those. Definitely worth going and checking out if you haven't seen them. Today I want to make the most of the fact that it's getting dark early. People get annoyed by it, but I think there's some advantages. I'm in Bath and we're going to go and photograph Bath at night, using the lights, using the darkness, the contrast between the two, and hopefully we're going to be able to find some good pictures. It was quite wet this morning, so I was hoping for some reflections, but I think it's mostly dried up now, which is a bit of a shame. I'm trying to work out what lenses I want to take. I don't think I need my macro lens. No, I'm definitely not going to need my macro lens, and that's quite heavy anyway, so that's definitely one thing to take out. I might leave my long lens in, leave my short lens. I've got some gloves in case it's cold, because when you're doing photography, you have your hands out. It gets cold. I think that's it. And then hopefully we'll find some food along the way as well. Yeah, let's go. I genuinely thought the cathedral would be lit up more than that. First stop is Pulteney Bridge. The challenge of this scene is trying to work out how to get your settings right, because I want to be able to see the lights and I want to see the reflections, which are a bit darker. I didn't bring my tripod, which was maybe a little bit stupid, because it means I don't really want to lower my shutter speed too much because it's handheld, and I also don't want to raise my ISO too high because then I'll lose the quality in the image. So there's a bit of a balancing act to be had here. I really expected the cathedral to be better lit up. There's like no light on it. But I've just seen this van down here which is fully lit up, which I think might make a good photo. Okay, I'm quite enjoying the shop fronts, so we're going to carry on up the high street and then head up to the circus and the crescent. Some weird lighting on that church at the back. It's like lit at the bottom, then shadow, then lit in the middle, and then shadow on the spire. Weird. It's just cars everywhere. So I'm really liking how this house on the corner is like lit up at the bottom, but then it goes into dark, so I'm going to try and do something with that. Okay, the question's going to be, how much light is there on the circle? The circus, not the circle, it's called the circus for some reason. Not much. There's not even really any windows lit up. I quite like this lamp here. Now I'm going to cross over onto the roundabout and look back at some of the windows lit up and see if that helps anything. Let's move on to the crescent. Well, it's definitely a million times quieter at this time of night. Light is kind of limited, actually. Kind of like the houses going down the hill, which you may or may not be able to see. Let's try something at the crescent, and then I'm also going to try just from here taking some pictures of those houses going down the hill there. I think I might need to come back at Christmas because the lights would be much brighter then, wouldn't they? Look at me. I actually think I prefer being a bit more in the city and the shops. I'd normally go back through the park, but not doing that today at this time of night. The light is definitely more interesting in the city. I'm seeing some flashy lights up there, fairy lights and stuff, so might look to see if there's a photo up there. of hard to film when you have no idea what you're doing and you're in a city where there's loads of people walking around and looking at you like, what the hell are you doing? Well, I don't know if they are looking at me or not. I might just be self-conscious. I tried to put my headphones in so that I couldn't hear what was going on, and to try and put myself in my own little world so that nobody knew, or so that I couldn't pay attention to what I thought other people were saying. But that didn't really work. So I have no idea how that footage has just turned out, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But it was very, very interesting. I did learn a lot. I think what it made me think about was light a lot more than I normally would pay attention to. Obviously I do pay attention to light to some extent, but in this situation that's pretty much all you've got. Like, the image is the light, and without the light there is no image. So that's quite interesting. Trying to get the settings right was challenging. I don't actually know how much of it is gonna be any good because I had my shutter speed quite low and it was all handheld. Maybe that's my own fault for not going above ISO 400. I possibly could have whacked it up a bit higher, but I didn't want my images to be really grainy. And I guess that's a bit of the trade-off, isn't it? So, yeah, really interesting. Definitely worth trying. I think it would be good if you did it with somebody else, because then you look a bit more like you're doing something proper rather than just some random woman wandering around with a camera. But anyway, that's just me. Let me know what you think of night photography below. Have you tried it? Would you try it? Are you interested in those kind of different lighting options? I definitely didn't film some bits where I did take photos, so I will put a little extra gallery at the end with the rest of the photos that I haven't shown during the first bit of the video. So stay on to see that. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!